Okay, so I was outside smoking a cigarette and drinking coffee, enjoying the snow outside, and I was thinking about natural heat. Natural heat that your body creates, your thermogenetic heat, right? And I was thinking about like different locations where it does snow or it is cold, or like say the whole state shut down or you lost power. Okay, like say you lost power or something like that. And I'm really interested in the body and what the body can do, what the body can create um, in your immediate reality. This is like something that I enjoy doing. And I was thinking about like keeping the house a constant temperature and like seeing how easily you don't notice colder weather by like heating up your own body before you even go outside. And like for instance, like the other day, I didn't even check the temperature outside, right? I was like talking and walking and my mind was like, in the moment, but like still I was talking while I was walking, so it kept me in the moment. But it was like my own words, my own thoughts, like the way I was feeling about what I was talking about was like so positive and stuff, and like all fired up or whatever, that I literally was so warm that I walked like 2.5 miles or whatever, and came back home. And then I looked at my phone; it was 11 degrees outside. And I remember going to that McDonald's, and I was like, "Wow, no one's here. You guys don't get much business?" He's like, "Oh, well, it's the weather." And I'm like, "Oh, the weather?" He's like, "Yeah, it's really cold out." And I'm like, "Oh." And I'm thinking in my head, like, I didn't even realize how cold. I still didn't check the temperature. I came home and I was like, I went to check to see how far I went, because I have this pedometer on my phone, and I saw that it was 11 degrees out. And I was like, wow, 11 degrees is really cold. I mean, it's really cold. And I was like, but I feel warm, like real warm. Like I didn't even the air felt warm around me. And I was thinking about auras, and that makes me think about auras and like the energy, the biofeedback or the bio essence. I mean, whatever it is, the energy field around us, you know what I mean? Like that's like the vibes that we pick up from people is like their energy. And it's like when you think about mood rings and like the darkest colors are like the most concentrated heat, you know what I mean? Because like sometimes I'll look at my own light body and it's like this dark, like saturated, like nighttime, you know what I mean? And it's like, I know that the body can't really tell the difference between hot and freezing cold. Like even really hot temperatures, like touching a stove, feels like cold real quick, and then you're just in pain, you know what I mean? Like even when your hands are numb and you can't feel anything, once you get inside, it's like this heat, and it hurts. You're in pain, and your fingers are like fizzing and uncomfortable and stuff like that. And yeah, so I was thinking about like the natural heat of your body, and like how people, I can see auras in people, and I can see I can literally see auras everywhere, like light everywhere, even if it doesn't appear like that to most people. And it's like literally the energy that is there, that is concentrated in that location. And okay, so anyways, let me get back to like the thermogenetic energy. So it's like, all right, I like coming up with solutions that are very simple and obvious, and something very easy that everyone can do. And I was thinking about heating up your home. Okay, so say you ran out of heat or whatever. Like say you ran out of heat, or say you had like your power shut off. You had a storm, like it's storming out like hardcore right now. Now, by being at home, I mean, wherever you are, well, I'm just going to talk about being inside a house, right? So say your heat goes out and you're like, crap, it's going to start getting cold in here. Yes, there's blankets. I mean, yeah, of course, blankets will help. Being close to people, like sharing each other's heat, for sure that helps too. But I was thinking about like the food you already have in your house, right? You have food in your house. And it's like the same thing as an engine or like a machine, anything, right? You feed it fuel, it works it out, it creates a lot of heat, it gets things moving. So it's like you got this combustion happening. Well, the same thing in your body is happening. You go out for a run, even if it's cold out, and you eventually get going so hardcore that now you're sweating. You're sweating outside, you know what I mean? And you create such an energy field in and around you that you don't even notice how cold it is, even though it was 11 degrees outside. I was like, I didn't even know at all it was that cold out. And it's like, it almost seems like an illusion. The temperature almost seems somewhat of an illusion when you're really warm yourself. So I was thinking about what you could do to warm up your home if that were to happen. And I think one of the biggest things is to use the energy available, not only already in the reserves in your body, because we have way more reserves than we're aware of, because, you know, of that trip that I went on, and I literally fasted for like a month and didn't really eat hardly anything, and it was like I was fine. And I think about, like, you know, the Bible and Jesus talking about, 40 days, or I don't know, however long it was, and I was like, I can see how this dude did that. The manna, when he talks about manna, the first thing that comes to my mind is, mucus, right? When you're really dehydrated or hydrated, either way, you know how, like, your nose kind of drains, right? And a lot of people, like, spit it out or whatever. And I'm like, but if you really, really needed, reservations, it's like, that's the manna. Like, to me, that's what manna is like that resource that your body takes your own fluids and it recycles it. And then it's like, it goes back in your body and recycles it. So whatever it is that you even have, like, like by not moving it through your system, by not peeing and just, continually moving your body, or even just being sedentary, it's like your body will use the resources available and continually recycle it so you never use it. You never expend your energy. But if you're in a home and you're trying to warm it up, I think that just working your body out, you're now creating that thermogenetic heat inside your own home. And if you were to be exhausted, then all you would need is, like, to eat a little bit in your home, work it out immediately. Literally, if that's what you needed to do, you could do that. And if you had more people, your house would be so warm. You literally, like, create so much heat that your house probably wouldn't even keep snow on. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I had this cup of coffee, and I put it on the table outside that has a lot of snow on it, and within, like, seconds, there's no snow even around it, and that's all dissipated already. It's the same thing that the earth does, the sun does. It's the same systems, just on a larger scale, but these systems are in your body. And it's like, you can use those resources in your body to heat up your current reality. So that's what I was thinking about outside. And it's like the same thing with, like, greenhouse gases. Like, we laugh about flatulence, and we sometimes it smells difficult, or we freak out about it. But I'm like, it's a greenhouse gas. So it's like, even if you were to exhaust out of, like, by breathing, or by that, either way, it's like any means necessary to keep your body, to keep your house warm. It's a gas, you know what I mean? It's a gas, it's an exhaust. You can sweat, it's still the same exhaust, but it's actually warming up you and your home. And it's like, if you have enough insulation in your home, either way, now you've got even more heat that's going to be not trapped per se, but it's going to warm your home up. That's what I was thinking about. Like, just in case this storm got so hardcore crazy, I was like, maybe I should conserve energy in here. But then I was like, you know what? I'm a little engine. Yeah, the little engine that could. We're all like these little machines that can literally produce anything that we want if, like, it came down to that. In any case, it doesn't have to come down to survival. But if you had to, those are the resources available that you could do to heat the whole house if you need to. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's all I had to share. So thanks for watching.